Hello wrestling fans, Brad Stutz here with our final Acts of War Games 2 announcement. The teams are all but finalized. Brad Attitude will lead the Prestige Champion Zuka King, the former AML Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, the Dawson Brothers, and his ace in the hole, Eric Royal, into battle against the AML Wrestling Champion White Mike, the former Prestige Champion Gustavo, the current AML Wrestling World Tag Team Champion C.W. Anderson and Preston Quinn, and one final teammate to be named. Let's take you now to the AML Wrestling Champion White Mike. The pick is in for the 10th and final man in Acts of War Games 2.
This right here, one of the most prestigious championships of all time. They say, White Mike, you should never be the world champion. You will never be the world champion. And I said, you know what? Let me do the work. Let me apply myself and let me become a man on my own. And one of those men that inspired me to do it on my own and to be somebody about myself is Mr. Number One George South. Let me tell you, they say, oh, he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't do this. Doesn't matter. He's got the house, baby. He's got houses from looking up at the lights. You kidding me? I want Mr. Number One George South to be on my team because I know we're going to draw first blood. And you want to talk about the Acts of War Games, baby? Let me tell you something. There's nobody more barbaric than George South. And it would be my absolute honor if George South, if you would be on my team, please. I met you so long ago when I was just some stupid goof kid. Now look at me. I'm applying, trying, and baby, I'm multiplying. So let's grow the team. As my fifth and final guy, George South, I am praying that you join this team. Let's paint the town red.
And with that, the teams are set for one of the wildest, bloodiest, most brutal matches you can possibly have in professional wrestling. 10 men, 2 rings, wrapped in a steel cage. Brad Attitude, Zuka King, the Dawsons, and Eric Royal to face White Mike, Gustavo, C.W. Anderson, Preston Quinn, and Mr. Number One George South. Folks, you cannot afford to miss this. It's one of the biggest AML wrestling events in history. We will have AEW's Lee Johnson as a special guest, the House of Black's Julia Hart as a special guest, and Hall of Famer, one of the greatest of all time, Jerry the King Lawler, as our special guest, brought to you by Nerdbombers of Greensboro. It is the first AML wrestling event of 2023, and we are kicking things off in a big, big way. Go to AMLwrestling.com right now and secure your tickets. Come see us Saturday, January 21st at the Benton Convention Center in downtown Winston-Salem for Acts of War Games 2. That felt like the strongest one.